Like I'm so focused on what's need to be said and what's need to be heard, excluding what the industry standards want you to do. Making a connection with people and showing that music is life. I can sit up here and talk slick all day on record, but who's gonna relate to it at the end of the day when they gotta go back to this crazy world and feel like they don't love themselves enough to stay humble and not, commit suicide? Who gonna make them records? Nobody. I don't see it, I don't hear it. So, me being who I am and not being so much fearful of, what the world think or what the industry standards is, I'm gonna do it the way I wanna do it, the way I've been doing it.
Yeah, my soul has different relatives. 7 billion people, man. How could we not have them? I stare at the sky, I see my soul in the universe, my spirit universe clouded by the haze. Purple fire may hurt me, but I put water on the deplorable. Will fulfill a meditation, stressed would be very rhetorical. Excuse me my French, it may seem provocative to the ignorant and arrogant, the idolizing, the propulsive. Science fiction can sometimes be universal. Truth is not measured in massive deception given to the youth. Throw an axe to the mirror, motivating my reflection, which embodies weapons that destroy soul's inflection. Attention isn't love, that's why people suffer deeply. And guns the truth of the quality, we seek reality bleak. Rain is my best friend, I'll father the roots with no sun. If numbers don't hold any value, then why be striving for one? My perception is conceived by the instruments that describe my life. Chances can't be smoother than a butter meat in a knife, because we all have connections scattered everywhere. Into people and art, I'm trying to overcome my fears. I won't abuse my elements, stopping the negative. My soul's different sides are distant relatives. We all have connections scattered everywhere. Into people and art, I'm trying to overcome my fears. I won't abuse my elements, stopping the negative. My soul's different sides are distant relatives. I break the oath, I can't remain under any influence. Resources and flowing through the rivers to my inner being conspicuous. If the truth is then wear it. Try to put yourself in my position, boost the piston, and try to meet my truest intuition. Never deceives, we elevate the motion on meeting our grave. But do we really chase that to call ourselves brave? Falling onto my fate, I got a lifetime, I'll get a metaphor which beholds enigmas, attempts on escaping the allure. Dancing to the death rhythm, related to regretful ballads. In life to keep it balanced, you have to turn your back to face the challenge. We enchanted their curse book to guide us throughout our decisions. Loving to hate, ignoring the truth, be our own religion. Shooting stars is on construction, these sentences. Facing body imprisonment, we stay blinded even with the spectacles. The one that we're leading to doom, embrace the whispers of portraying a routine, sleepers for the weak. That's the way I avoid the cousin. We all have connections scattered everywhere. Into people and art, I'm trying to overcome my fears. I won't abuse my elements, stopping the negative. My soul's different sides are distant relatives. We all have connections scattered everywhere. Into people and art, I'm trying to overcome my fears. I won't abuse my elements, stopping the negative. My soul's different sides are distant relatives. If you eat your food while everybody's losing theirs and blame you, that's a sign of victory. Enemies post the bullets for me to keep them close. By the infection of bittersweet, I'm overdosed. In its most, I'm eating some of the thought when my conscience prevails. Stabbed by my mistakes and regrets like in a jail cell. I'm stuck in my ways, there's no way for me to turn back. We empower the detrimentals, the sworn the flags, wisdom lack. Perish my soul into pieces when study the art of betrayal. Cradle to the words, no power persuaded on being stable. My lyrics blushing like sneezing to keep the negative out. No cloud our sea will be dependent on the energy we sprout. Remain under the pressure, I'm married to my soul's texture. Can't afford any measure to be comprehending my lecture. No pleasure is the price to earn the treasure. Vow my justice sacrifices to have a genesis of a venture. We all have connections scattered everywhere. Into people and art, I'm trying to overcome my fears. I won't abuse my elements, stopping the negative. My soul's different sides are distant relatives. We all have connections scattered everywhere. Into people and art, I'm trying to overcome my fears. I won't abuse my elements, stopping the negative. My soul's different sides are distant relatives.